That's what's happening here. I pulled some prefix cards. I did a little trickaroonies only because my header cards I expected to only pick 2. Like, as a psych, I'm using another deck. But the left side was 2 of Wands. It wouldn't, like, these are very matte cards, so they kind of stick to each other. And so as much as I tried, I had to get the thumbnail in. And so it made me pick whatever cards would just come up with me. And that says a lot. 2 of Wands, Queen of Cups, King of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Oh my gosh, I have the upper hand for sure. This is like kind of like the happy dark night of the soul type of energy where you get to see like all kinds of characters that are unmasked because you're that kind of high priestess. And so that's what we're looking at in the energies here, because the prefix cards were very much kind of like hidden underground, but they told me I could speak to it. That so much so I'm like, I asked a yes or no question, and I was like, can I say something about it? And they gave me this. And then I said, wait a minute, let me go ahead and ask, like, or should I not? And they gave me this, which is the 5 of Swords. It was like, no, you have the complete, like, go ahead. Yeah, this is, you have the complete 1-up. And so it led me to reading this, right? Titling it this way. In fact, as I was picking up the other deck and selecting, this fell to my right side, like right beside my right foot. I was like, definitely you're all the way up. And when I picked from this like happy dark night of the soul cards, on the left side, the recipient side, like, dude, that's so good. As the high priestess, looking at, I mean, like, I didn't even expect these kinds of cards. I was just like, oh, this is good already. You know, you size things up correctly. Plans are right on target. You feel it. You feel it. You got the fire, and you got the, like, 10 of Pentacles in pocket, basically. But that's, like, the internalized energy. Just because, like, I can't give too much weight on the exterior because I have to hold that power, you know, within. I can't, how do I say it? If I put most of my eggs in the, like, the other basket, the etc., or the significant other type of basket, you know, it's just not wise budgeting from where I stand. And so I have to do like this kind of like, what do you call it? A prenup, basically, with other energetics. And basically what this is saying is that I feel it. I already know it. Like, I have people who are highly networked and also very, very intuitive divine feminines. Like, I think they side with like mermaid energy. If not, like, they're just like, you know, keep on swimming, you know, that kind of energy. They get through a lot. They've gone through a lot. They get through a lot. I get like kind of Cruella de Vil, but also like, you know, like black woman energy. I don't know why. It's the lips that are just like that remind me of both of those energies. Those two. So yeah, they've adapted. Without selling out, for sure. Like, they're pretty. They're actually pretty energy because you see the eyelashes. Not diva, but this is, they take care of themselves. They're graceful. Yeah, for sure. Graceful, respectful. They know the language arts of love. And in fact, they might be like teachers of some sort. Like within their own niche, you know, you have like, how do I say it? I really feel like they are. Like, they teach something. I don't know what it is. But these are definitely moms, even though these are mothers. This is like a mother energy. Even though it's the Queen of Cups instead of the Queen of Pentacles, I feel it. I don't know why. But this is somebody who has like hidden wealth. The people that are highly networked. This is yeah, that's somebody who is, it's kind of like, you know, the slow-mo running, yeah, what do you call it, in, what do you call it, in romance thingies, where, like, they do the slow run, and that's kind of like this person here, but it's, like, a little scary, like, you better get out of my way. Oh, yeah, for sure. And then, oh yeah, anybody is like gonna come between me and her, they're severely mistaken. And she's like, "Who, me?" Yeah, you. That's happening there. Okay, that's on the recipient side. Hello. I did not expect that. Left or right side is Seven of Swords in reverse, King of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. What? This is weird. What? there's well, it's not just romance here. There's people who are already like, I'm already working with, that are no bullshit. They have a lot of love for what I do, what I represent, not just for me. So it's not just like a crush energy. This is somebody who's like, I get you. But they're not like, you're mine. They're not like that. I don't think any King of Swords in upright is ever like that. I don't I don't feel like that, especially with the Knight of Cups right behind him. No. Like, this gentleman, whatever, this character, because I don't think they always, like, all the energies that I'm talking about that understand this energy, or in this energy, are not always, like, they wouldn't use the word, like, gentleman. Like, I don't know, that's kind of, like, it fits a certain era, or a certain vibe, or whatever, but they probably wouldn't use that adjective. But they have experienced love, like, a healthy kind of admiration, etc., variations of it. So they don't have any issues there, especially with the front of no bullshit. Oh my goodness, that's so good. So what's on my working hand, like, I'm all the way up. Like, there's people who are, this is really good. So we got like like healthy divine feminine, divine masculine here. Yeah, ready to stir things up. Create a stir. And then my working hand is, yeah, it's good. Holy smokes. Okay, so the prefix here, what came through? Let me tell you here. Okay, so how is this? This one was on there. This one was on there, and this was in the middle. And then I asked, hold on, then this and this. Okay, pull this from the inside. That was on the bottom. Okay, so I'll just say it was like that. Okay, so all right. So I'm like, what's going on here? You know, like, give me the energy. Give me the energy. On the right side is Two of Cups in reverse. And then this was on the left side, the World card in reverse. So it's like, oh, this is, you know, I do have undercover, you know, like, secret love, secret partnerships, you know, that kind of thing, that are taking it into their own hands, you know, this element of closure. And I was like, wait a minute. So they're taking it into, why isn't it upright for me then? And it's like, no, how they see things, like underground, they're creating closure. So I was thinking, is this more of a benefit for them than for me? And I think it's a mutual thing. You have to uproot it first before, oh yeah, now I see it. Okay, you have to uproot it first, all the, like, the bad seeds. I you know, sometimes bad seeds just die out, you know what I mean? So, like, they just don't sprout. So they just become like the compost underneath, right? So you consider those like little tombs, right? I think so. So but those that have taken root and are just strangling basically other root systems, like that's what we're talking about here. So these are the ones that can fine tune, like, the closure of cycles of regrowth. And so I was like, wait a minute, are you sure? Like, you have to question things for real instead of going with like the first-hand account of things, because people can really, how do I say it? It's not, I'm not talking about solely about the readers. I'm talking about energetics that kind of like get in between the querent and an authentic reader, like a genuinely good intent reader. So there's like, all day today I was having like freaking headaches, and I knew I knew they weren't attacks. Like, nobody is that stupid to do that to me at this time, especially with all the like planetary solar, all that stuff that's going on. Nobody's stupid enough to do that to me, or desperate enough. I mean, they'll try to tap into my energy like what happened yesterday, but it feels like, oh my gosh, what it feels like now is, I know my nails are, just don't mind them, but what it feels like now is every time I talk about work, it feels like I'm talking about my ex. And it's like, when are you going to stop talking about that stuff? It's like, oh, I feel like I still have to report some things. Like, oh, we had a, like, when I told you about that last minute recap meeting, about how it was supposed to be like an apology, but it was like killing, like, supposedly trying to kill two birds with one stone, but like trying to do multiple things at once. Like, oh my goodness. The other thing that they wanted to do was they wanted to do like a cost breakdown, like, oh, 13,000. Oh, that's not too bad that we spent on that. That's like a mini vacation for somebody who's, super wealthy. Stuff like that. And then the other boss was saying, oh, wait a minute. Let's do a cost breakdown. Let's see like how much would that be per person. Okay, so we're looking at like 23 total. And it wasn't really 23 total. Like, the way they're playing around with numbers, that wasn't like the cost. How do I say it? There's so many other hidden costs there. Like, what I mentioned, I realized in hindsight what was happening. I didn't realize it right then and there. I'm like, what the fuck do you care? You like break down two like brand new laptops and don't give a shit about it, and yet you're like your partner in crime is telling me, yeah, there's economic consequences to what, I don't know, some bullshit, like I have to get approval for a $50 or less non-touch thermometer that you should have had like years ago when we're going through, what do you call it, COVID. You don't even have it in your like first aid kit. What kind of bullshit is that? I have to get approval for things that we need, that we should have had. That's under, like, what? Where's the empowerment there? We're empowering you. Fuck no. Anyway, it's just, I have to tell you these things because it's just like, what is there? What? Anyway, they did the breakdown based on their like playing around with numbers, and it's like, that's not the true cost. They're like, even though you said to the clients to just change the airfare so you could make it so they don't look like dumbasses for poor planning. So you could arrive earlier, like, can you please do this? I owe you whatever under the table, whatever the fuck. But I'll pay you back on the airfare. That's what they told me. But I don't think that was ever charged because of other things that transpire. So anyway, there's a lot of hidden costs, a lot of movement with monies, and a lot of bullshit promises. So anyway, they wanted it done in writing, like the oh my god, the way it was done, like they know that they're being monitored. So like they did like, okay, so $590 per person. Normally they would be like, oh, 600, 600, that's per person. That's great. We did really, that was really great. No. See, they're trying, when they try to like break it down to the fine detail of it, like every bit counts. Oh, what about this? So we're not going to like, dude, it's been so many months and now you're looking for a 200 euro refund when you didn't give a shit about it before? God, give me a break. That's where you want to start. If the company is doing audits, or the whoever investor, big ass investor, is doing the audits. Like, if somebody's screwing you on that minuscule, like on this level, that's you'll know that it's done continuously. It's every gesture that they do, they're telling you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you're a dumbass, you know, that kind of thing. Whenever they pull that shit, that's what they're telling you. So, that's the straight up truth. Regardless if they compliment you on your tie or whatever bullshit. It's like, oh, did you cut your hair? Oh, looks nice. Oh, must be man. I don't know. So, underground relationships, partnerships, solid energy. Like turning a new leaf. These are energies that, you know, like, these are massive sprouters, let me tell you. This is like the boost energy before it like hits, you know, the surface. But underground, they know how to uproot. So, you know how I know this is a favorable thing? It's because this came up to Bridget. Bridget on my lap. The Wheel of Fortune. It's in my favor, 100%. You know, these people may be considered like dorky. I don't know why. Because, you know, like in the old school version, if you wear glasses, they call you Four Eyes. Yeah. Well, I wear both bifocals now, so I'm 6 eyes, okay? So, yeah, not a big deal. And then so, okay, here we go. The next cards, I was like, okay, so I just got to make sure, you know, I just really got to make sure. And then the Three of Pentacles right here, this is definitely work affiliated. These are people in the industry. So it's not just like my 9-to-5 type of job that are backing me on this. It's not even about backing me per se. It's about overall principles, you know, like the longevity of the company. These people are only give a shit for however long they're running an office. That's what they're looking out for. They only give a shit about like the people like, oh yes, you know, so and so cares about everybody in this office. You'll see, you know, she cares about every single one of you. And I like she really does care. And it was just so much bullshit to me. Like, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. Like, how do I say it? The only reason why she gives a fuck about, or them to give a fuck about anybody that, like, encounters some kind of, like, ill fortune, or ill karma, is because they know that's, like, a warning sign, like, shit's gonna come for them. That I realized that this morning. Like, hello? Wake up, you guys. You think that you're... Holy smokes. They're using you. And they're not even giving... They're giving you pennies on the dollar. And if they could, they'll give you half pennies on the dollar. For all of your inputs. If you really look at the overall scheme of things, that's what they're giving you. Are you really that desperate? Are you really that much of a hoe? Like, whoa. So, there's that, you know. Dude, yeah. So anyway, Three of Pentacles, that's for sure. It is like work affiliated. So even when it comes to this arena, when it comes to like my socials and just what I do, like within this divination thing, there are like my work affiliates, like bosses, like people who are kind of in the industry and within the arts. They're down for me on that. For this particular one, they're saying, for that arena, they're saying that they're down for me, not just what I stand for. That's cool. Thank you. And then the top of the deck was the Nine of Swords. That's like a definite stress, like emphasis on it. And I was like, oh, are you like, this could be, this is emphasis on something, so I gotta know what that is. Not just, because the bottom of the deck is a secret sauce, but there's something that told me to pick something else too. And I picked it from the middle or somewhere in there, and it was the Hanged Man, which means that they do have to remain aloof. They do have to remain like objective. They do have to kind of be, you know, hidden energy. They have to. That's how to take care of it, basically. And I was like, oh, Okay, well, can I read about it? And then the King of Pentacles in reverse, like I picked from the middle, showed up, which is a hidden undercover boss energy. Like, duh, that makes total sense. And then I was like, okay, can I read about it? So I picked one. Because that doesn't tell me if I can read about it, really. And that they're just validating to me that it is definitely like a boss energy. King of Pentacles in reverse? Yeah, for sure. It is a boss energy. And they gave me the Queen of Swords. Yeah, go ahead and speak it. And then fast forwarding, that's a long intro. Yeah, Five of Swords. You got it. You know, you're just trying to bring everything into chill mode. Six of Swords, right? Okay. So what deck were we using? We were using this one. Yeah. All right. So let's put that ish on there. Two of Wands. Yeah, on the bottom again. How wonderful that segue is. Two of Wands and then the recipient and like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's good. All right. Well, as you can tell, I don't feel icky anymore, yucky. And I asked Spirit, I was like, what's going on? Did I do something wrong? What's happening? Because I know that it wasn't an attack. I know it wasn't an attack. I just know that, like, there's some kind of block or something. Like, I was trying to listen to my regular readers, and every time, like, it was just like, oh my God, no, what? So I think there was, like, a hex placed on their readings, so I couldn't listen to them. And for a moment, I thought I would have to say something like, you have to unhex your stuff if you want me to listen to your stuff. And if not, don't worry about it. It's not going to be a big deal. And there was some truth to that where they have to unlock it, but I'm in a certain seat of power where I can't give these people who are hexing other people's readings like more weight than, no, I can unhex it myself. So I did, and I did. It worked. But for safety, added precaution, if you see that your numbers are low, my kin energy, the ones that are doing like the right stuff, the good stuff, make sure to unhex, just as a precaution, unhex your readings. And then I realized that's probably what some people have done to my readings. They try to hex it. And I don't know. I just feel like the strongest ones will make them, you know, they'll be guided to make themselves like come through to mine, you know, like it's kind of exclusive. It should be, I feel like, you know. Moisture. But I guess as a safety added precaution, let's go ahead and do a little unhexing. Yes, let's just do a little unhexing. There we go. Ta-da, ta-da. All right, I'm all the way up. That's, in other words, everything that's happening here, because I'm all the way up. And I've been honoring my R&R time. It doesn't feel like vacation, though. And part of the reason why I was starting to get that stuff, like, oh, is that Spirit wanted me to slow down. Like, I'm like, but why? I'm almost done with this video. I'm almost done. It was like over a freaking hour, and I'm like, why would you stop me there? Not ready yet, Tina. Don't worry. It's coming. It's already here. So don't fret. Like, seriously, chill. So that's good. I needed that, and my dream time needed to allow for me to digest certain materials that were coming through. In fact, part of it was my boss, part of it was like old friends, part of it was a large bird, part of it was like an old shop, like of my boss's. I don't even want to call her my boss. She's not my boss. I'm the boss of me. Spirit's the boss. Not her. She's good. Pork and beans. Pork and beans. That's what she is. And my cat. What? Let me tell you how this all comes together. Can I tell them, or will we reserve it for another day? Let's see here. Strength. Yeah. Just move how you move, Tina. All right. Okay. All right. Just say. Go ahead and tell them. All right. So, this person, excuse me. I don't even know. There were certain clips because, like, I had to honor my sleep and then my wake and sleep. It was just weird, jagged. I don't know. So it led to many dreams. Let me wet my whistle here for a second before I blow it. It pissed me off a little bit at first because I thought, hey, someone invading my dream space? Who the fuck is trying to get a hold of my cat? And then I was like, no, nobody's gonna mess with my cat. My cat is too smart. Playful. So I know orange cats are super smart, even though they're given a bad rap of being like dum-dums, but they're not. Humor and playfulness is a sign of heightened intelligence. So, what do I want to say? Oh, my cat learned how to bang on the door as loud as a human. He will run up against, like, and throw his body weight against it if if he wants to be included. So it's crazy. I've never heard of such a thing. I don't even know where he learned it from. So anyway, what do we want to say? The dream. Okay. So this, let's call her girl. This girl, she was telling me, like, oh, did you see outside there? There's a large, what do you call it, bird that is, make it like it was appearing like from the ocean or something. Did you see, like, she was like so surprised, and I was like, oh, okay. So I went and looked, and I could see, you know how like Toph in the Avatar. Oh, and by the way, I have to tell you, the person that's coming back from maternity leave, she is fucking evil. Like, that's why they're like, oh, we must welcome her, get everything ready, because she does whatever the fuck they say, and, you know, she's just like, she's the one that told me, like, oh, I hope you don't, like, we wouldn't want you throwing up and then getting into a car accident. When I had a migraine, like, my second week or first week there. And so the person that she reminds me of, exact to the T, is in the what do you call it? Avatar, the Last Airbender thing. The cartoon. She is exactly like Princess Azula. Total bitch. Total bitch. Like, I think the person that she made a baby with, that's just like, the reason why she's with him is because she knows that she can wear the pants at any time. You know, it's weird. Like, some people, like, some women have, like, this distorted way about them that they think that, how do I say it? I mean, men do this all the time. That, like, they want to marry somebody because they'll for sure always wear the pants. And I think that's really naughty, I think, of females to do that to men. You know, like, basically, you're only marrying somebody because, or staying with somebody because they're simping over you. Like, what kind of, you know, bullshit is that? You know? It's like bringing bad, I don't know. It's not good energy for sure. I don't know. I was called to say something about it so that anybody watching within the atmosphere, like, understanding the characters, will know exactly what I'm talking about. They'll know exactly to watch out, to what to watch out for. in the realm of favoritism and evil and all of that stuff. The dynamics. Just watch it. I swear to you. Rewind. I invite you back to rewind. My skiers. I invite you to rewind. Replay. Pause. Slow-mo. Okay, so dream. Yeah, back to the dream. 10:20. So with that dream, I was like, oh, okay, I'll just like, I'll get out there and look. It was a big bird. She was right. It was a big bird. But like how tough, when like placing her hand on whatever, like in touch with what energy she has mastered, which is earth, she can see like all throughout it. She can see the whole frequency of it. I was able to do that with my eyes. I've never seen, like, it's weird. So I was able to see that bird wasn't trying to, make itself known to her. The bird was looking for me. And the bird was trying to, like, stay discreet undercover, but it's like, if this is all I got to get me to that, then okay, then won't judge it. I'll just, you know. So they knew they were effective in grabbing hold of me because I could see its body underwater, the shape of it. I could see, you know, like, I could see it could stay hidden if it wanted to. I could see how deep the ocean floor went, how it fluctuated, and just like the general idea of where its body is, you know. And and then there was something that cut to. And I think that's a hint towards a new gift. So these people, these energetics that I've bitched about, okay, or now I'd say that I continue to report about, they have actually opened up gifts that I didn't know that I had. The gift of seeing the things that not many other people can, you know, just certain gifts, right? And so that's how I know, like, okay, I was supposed to slow down and honor my sleep time to grab hold of that. Then part of it was like I was on the beach, but I was naked. I don't understand. The last reading that we talked about was about I think transparency, like seat at the table, like it's kind of, I can, like a strip club or something, but I can witness my own, like be my own audience in full transparency. And so anyway, at the beach, I was fully naked, and I don't understand what that was all about. But then there were like old friends there, one in particular that I had known, and I wasn't like ever, you know, we weren't like that, okay. But he was showing me like this rock, I don't know, like I don't know, it was from my son, kind of like an Odin stone, you know, like something with, like, you know, and it had like a large like you know, a dandelion seed on it. So it was like, but it was large, and it was like in a crevice, and it had like etchings, like a large, like almost like cave area where it had two names etched in there, but I think a third one as well. And so he's like, oh, he was asking me to hold it, and he said, but careful not to let this, you know, go away or something like that, because it's for, you know, my son, holding it for my son. So I was like, okay, that's great. And then there was another part to it where I think, so the bosses, okay, I guess they're the bosses of something. They're going to they're in Italy, right? They're in Italy now, and what do we want to say? It's crazy, like I know that some things are supposed to be confidential, like even travels and stuff like that, but they talk about like this realm of ownership, accountability, and trust and all of those things, but you can't gain that if you don't set the tone. So like if I'm supposed to be handling their travel arrangements or whatever, and they don't fill me in on certain details of it, but they write it off as business expense, it's like, you know, you can't expect one thing if you don't deliver, you know. Set the tone, set the example anyway. So then yeah, in Italy. Okay, that's just another tangent thing. Whatever. Anyway, so what do you call it? I did not know, like, none of us knew what the details were until like 2 days before travel. Do you understand how crazy that is? It's like a whole bunch of bullshitters like, oh, we got to fill in the blank spaces so you can write this off. It's so crazy. Oh, we're going to visit like these fields to see crop damage or whatever. What they're doing. Do you know how long it takes to visit these things? All they're doing is just like, oh God, I don't even, just figure it out. Anyway, what do we want to say? Oh, there's this favorite boutique, like this, like clothing store or whatever that she wanted to go to. I don't know how the fuck I know this. I just know that there was something in there in that arena, and I don't know if that's part of her plans or whatever, but I don't know how there was like a certain plan to do this, and I was going to there too, and I was excited about it. I was like, oh, I wonder what this, like, what her like favorite place is or whatever. So when I went there, I was looking around and I was like, I was totally under enthused, but I was, my hopes are up high. I was like, okay, so I'm just like scanning the environment. Okay, so let's see what else there is. And I was waiting for something to be like of interest, and I finally found a belt. It was like a weaved bolero version of a like vintage type of belt. I don't know. I was like, this has potential. This has great potential. Why is it hiding over here back on this column area? I was like, that's weird. Let me put it up front. Let me help you out. Design your shit for you. And so as I was moving up front to the display items, I put it up against the stuff. I was like, no, that doesn't work. No, that doesn't work. And I realized why it doesn't work, because everything was mismatched. Like they did not know how to style their stuff. They didn't, like, not even the remotest. It's like you have all this like stuff and you don't even know how to, like, what to do with it. And I was like, okay, let me do you a favor. And so I was starting to like think like, okay, I almost started to like start moving some things around. And then I looked at the next thing, and the next thing I was like, oh my God, I would have to spend like X amount, like I would have to like spend so much time here to completely redo everything, because it was not happening. No wonder the store was empty. And then I realized, guess what? That was symbology for her own home, like her own temple. Why the fuck was I in there? Again, for my guides to tell me that I can look into people's like temples or soul beings, like how they conduct themselves, like what's there's complete mismatches. She has so many resources, like a whole boutique to herself, but she doesn't know how to like put it all together. It's just that her intentions have always been just to own things, just to have things, but she can't like use those things because her focus is just, I want. That's it. Not like putting the work into things. So I didn't even put the belt back. I just kind of left it there. But I didn't even realize this in my dream. But in hindsight, now I understand. Like I'm being shown like the internals of certain areas, and you know how awesome of a healer I am turning out to be. Like when you open up these different gifts, it's like, what else? Like, what can you do? Like that, it's amazing. I'm so excited. Yeah. But that's when you realize you have to do an assessment first. Now I know I have to do an assessment. I even knew in my dream that I had to do an assessment before even taking action. No matter how, like, interested and willing I was, like, that's not my fucking boutique. You know what I mean? Like, am I making commissions off of this? No. Like, I don't even know, like, what their intention is in mind, like, with this boutique. So it's like, you know, you step out of that. So that dream ended. And then there was, oh my gosh, her dreams feel like they have been, like, not been crushed, but they're just like, they're done. You know, they're not, I don't know, whatever. Moving on. My cat broke out, like, from one window, and he was, I don't know, like, interested. And so he was walking the roof, and then I saw him ended up, like, on another window, and I didn't have, like, access to kind of really opening things up with until, unless, like, I would damage something, I don't know what. But, like, he was shaking stuff off because he was running wild a little bit. And, oh, I don't know what I think in whatever my, the cats were supposed to tell me, or our pets are supposed to tell us, is that they're supposed to give us notice to, like, time-sensitive items and reminders of it. And I was like, okay, that means I need to get out. But I couldn't today. So I'm all the way up. I kind of like doing these readings where there's not a large head count. In fact, I just have my usual one kind of thing here. And I get to tell stories and do whatever the fuck I want. And whoever stays, stays. Whoever goes, goes. But it's kind of like a filtration process, because I think some people are just looking for the formula. Like, what is it? Like, they get a little impatient. So there's, like, a natural filtering out of these energetics. And so, anyway, that's what's happening here. All right. What do you want to say? Is there anything else, my divine panel? What do you want to say? I'm all the way up. You know that the next line is, nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. What do you say? 4 of Wands. Oh, for sure. For sure. This is home and hearth. This is temple. Oh, you know what? They're saying, yeah, you can go out there. I think I have to build my own canopy or something, because it's really hot. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, this is the Hierophant here. Oh, do you see? He's carrying the same thingy. That's the Hierophant. Actually, it's the High Priestess, because the Hierophant is dressed in something else. I don't know. Hierophant is male. High Priestess is female. So, I have a solid home. My home is protected. Oh my gosh. Oh, my home is so protected. You see, like, those flags up there? There's just one item, but look, oh my god, what? It's like a freaking tunnel of them. So, oh yeah, my ancestors, like, I've effectively avatared them in. Nanu. Yeah. That's crazy good. I'm all the way up. That's awesome. I love it. Okay, so what? Oh, Page of Wands. Look at that. What the heck? Oh my gosh. So this is a continuation of this picture, right? 5 of Wands. Oh, the competitors also, they've handed over their microphone too. I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know. Is it like, yeah, I feel like it. I feel like that. Let me see what's right. Oh, the Lover's card, and then the 6 of Swords. Yeah, they. when we're talking about this kind of competitor, it's not like haters gonna hate because there's the Lovers card right there. These are simple, just like competitors, right? We're all just trying to find the calm. We're all just trying to, like, you know, secure our, like, meals, basically, our home. So, like, when it comes down to it, these are worthy. I wouldn't call them opponents. I say worthy challengers. Yeah. Because we're all under the same roof of protection. You see, they're protected too. Yeah, that's what's happening there. That's interesting. I mean, that's really positive coming with the Lovers card. I mean, these are people that are self-actualized too. So, the thing is that the wonderful thing about this is that there is no judgment on people's self-actualization. This basically hallmarks some self-improvement. So whatever level that they're on, that they've graduated to, that's a freaking graduation. You know, it's good. So just because they pass the mic, it doesn't say that they're any less than. They're just saying that, like, I'm doing, like, freaking amazing. Yeah. Like, I'm hitting it on the mark. So these are people who are good sports. Yeah, that's just what they're saying. What's no secret to our saucies is these two cards, which is what? Why was this in there? This was obvious. Okay. So, we're all kind of like orators here. We all have, like, our own realm of, like, of opportunities and options. And oh, you know, wonderful. This is great because these are like my kind of energetics. You see, we're bringing a flower. Like, this is like peace, like kind of like Gandhi energy to the podium. We're bringing peace to the podium rather than more despair. Do you know how I know? It's because this was already turned up and it's in a reversal. You know how amazing that is? Because I tried to turn it up, like, how do I say it? It was like this. Wait, hold on. What the heck? Don't let me do this. What is going on? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I was, okay, so I picked it up and it was like that. And I realized this was already up. So it's a very strange energy, but it's, yeah, these people actually could do some harm just like me, but they're not. It's like, was it I Can Ride My Bike with No Handlebars, that song? Yeah, by the Flowbots, for sure. So this is definitely saying that we don't bring that to the table. Others have done that, but before us, obviously, but we're, like, putting in the final finishing piece, which definitely sets a tone and actually trumps the rest, because it's like, with the final say, just because it looks like you're, like, outnumbered in say, it's an illusion. Like, we win with that final piece. Like, we could have been like a complete sellout and just like, oh, okay, well, obviously that side is going to win, so I might as well bring us another spear to it, so at least I have like a chance to win or whatever. But this is saying the divine is actually watching this portion. This is kind of like the hot seat. Like, what are you going to bring to the table once you see everybody else has brought in that? Like, and that's wonderful. These are my kind of energetics. I like it. I like it. So we're all the way up. That's great. Yeah. I'm so glad I don't feel like shit anymore. I mean, I didn't feel nauseous. I don't, like, somebody was like, I think somebody was trying to mess with, like, my stomach area, like my solar plexus chakra, if anything, like, but I don't think anybody was trying to mess with, like, my head. It was something around here because I talked about the black card thing. Somebody wanted to try to siphon that. And I feel like it was that guy. I don't know. I tried to, like, figure out who was that. And I was told it was that guy who rear-ended me. You know what I told you? Remember that the dreams are connecting. Like, somebody sold, like, made cash money out of trying to, like, sell one of my large, like, I don't know, my trees, actually both trees, to this black dude. And I'm like, why? This Mexican lady was getting the money from, like, this black dude. And she's like, oh, well, or whatever. And the black dude was like, I don't know. I was like, why do I have, like, ethnicities in my dreams? I never had that. I don't have a problem with, like, different ethnicities, but they had to show me. And he was like, oh, well, whatever. When I tried to get it back, he's like, whatever. I made the deal with that lady, not with you. That's your problem is with her, not with me, or whatever. And he had left. So that guy, I think he rear-ended me at a stop. There's no reason. You heard that, the punk. There was no reason for him to, like, rear-end me. I don't understand. I was at a stop, and then I rolled forward to check, like if it was clear so I could, can go on my right turn, and I made another stop, and he rear-ended me to the point where, like, I jolted forward. What the fuck? So that person was trying to, like, dude, if you saw the waiver, the general liability waiver, he was trying to bind future, like, representatives, legal representatives, my heirs, and all of that, like, to this, like, no, I was like, I don't bind my heirs. It's like, I'm very particular with words, and I don't bind my heirs. And then I gave it some extra thought, and I was like, wait a minute, this fool is, he did, a casting of, like, illusions. So, when I picked initial cards on it, I was like, oh, yeah, he's gonna pay. Okay, great. He's gonna take accountability. But then he was doing, like, all kinds of things that were too, like, how do I say it? It was too clean-cut, simple, like, easy money, fast money. And something was absolutely not right. It wasn't right. I could tell you with the wording that he chose. He was out. Some people, I have to remember this. Some people make a living off of suing other people. And given that I, foretold of, like, my fortunes and, like, black card and this and that, definitely. Because he had somebody in the car too. At least one other in the car. So anyway, there's that. And yeah. So I think that's what I saw. Like, I felt it. Okay, my divine panel. What do you want to say? Goddess Kali wants to say something. She was like, let me tell him. Okay. I don't know. Which is just 4 of Cups in reverse. I made the right choice. Instead of taking the money, I was like, 1,800. That I could use that money. And then and I realized all the things that are tied into that, I would be losing that money by at least double, more than double. That person would have. No. Okay, so that's my divine panel. Made the right choice. Kali's also in on that. What does Kali want to tell me? What do you want to tell me, honey? The devil card in reverse. Look at that. I shall not involve myself in such mockeries. Yeah, that's what's happening. I mean, I made the right choice. I didn't deal with the devil energy, like what seemed to be tempting. I just know. I know for a fact. If it wasn't my fault, like, why would I been like, oh my gosh, like, all the things. No. Even if it was double that, no. No. They're telling me it would not have been worth it. Yeah. Especially with what I felt and then what I pictured, it was him, like, out of all the things. Out of all the people. I could have imagined the other bosses. You know what I mean? Like, anyway. Yeah. So, what do we want to say here? Huh? I'm all the way up. I made the right choices. It's good. Anything else that you want to say? What should I be working on this, like, supposed downtime right now? Like, my divine team, what is it that you need me to do now that I'm all the way up? Like, just to keep things going? Like, what you want me to do? I just had a bunch of domestic stuff on my list for this weekend, but, like, I was out of my head, like, seriously. Queen of Wands. Oh. I can work my magic. Oh, I feel like a little thing right there. Does not feel good. It's gone now. Somebody's trying to attack certain areas of me, because then I feel like right here, a little bit, now it's gone. Bonus points, bonus round. So, Queen of Wands. I did what was necessary. I did all the things that I felt like was, like, correct. I was told to do. So, just keep doing that. I will be guided. 2 in the front, 1 in the back. Lit. Interesting. There's something that I will be encountering. What is that? They said just be aware of certain energy. Then I feel it right over here. Right over here, somebody's trying to get at me. Yeah. Somebody trying to lay hands on me. Like, almost like it's a grip that would incur a bruise. I could feel that right over here. Okay. Queen of Wands. Okay. Anything else? What is the other thing you like? That's a clarifying card for that. My magic. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, yeah, not to be too whatchamacallit. Not to micromanage. Okay, people are gonna be doing what they're gonna be doing. Just observe, because there's internal receipts that are being written. There are actually watchers. There's seers here, with, like, the overhead that I have basically are all of, you see all those protections? Those are basically all petitioners. All of the petitions within Ancestry. Like, basically all of the fan mail too. Like, on the back part of it. It's a petition, and then the thank you on the other side. So I'm very, 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 very well protected. So there's a lot of watchers. Yeah, people should be very scared. Very scared for what they've done and possibly what they might continue to do. Yeah. So, these ones. The Lover's card again. Knight of Pentacles in reverse and 8 of Swords in reverse. It's already, the story has already been told. Look, that's another petition with a thank you. That's another thing to, like, hang on the thing. This is self-actualization. The Lover's card, that's home and hearth on blast, like my temple, wherever I'm at, which is still all the way up. Like this all the way up. Oh my god, that's for yeah. I have to hang that on the fridge. But there's an absolute delivery, aka deliverance, with the Eight of Swords in reversal, being that I have been freed up. My time has been freed up. My energetics have been freed up from like all the bullshit there. This is a divine drop for sure. I'm all the way up. So anybody's that's on my coattails are like there's dead weights on them that are, it's weird. It's like this, they're dead weights, kind of like missile technology, where it's only latched onto them. So only they can feel the weights, not like if they're hanging on me, I don't feel the weights because it's not targeted towards me. It's fine-tuned to their make. So it's like, that's a divine drop. It's so good. I love it. Okay, so back to, did we already do top of the deck? I feel like we did, but that's a new top. The moon card manifested. Ah! The, full moon in, I think, Capricorn, strawberry moon, is taking its effects. Oh my gosh, it looks like a big old strawberry there. Oh, I love it. Lots of seeds. And she's actually like the Queen of Swords too. Do you see that dagger? Yeah, that's insane. Warrior. This is good. All the way up. Alright, I think that's it for now. Thanks for all the donations provided in light and love. I certainly appreciate it. But now that this reading is officially over, I thank all my sponsors, all my supporters, all donations provided in light and love that reciprocate in light and love and only of light and love. Thanks so much. Blessings be. Blessings be. Okay. I call back all my power to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for refortification within me. Hassle-free, no attachments, no bother, but all bonus points. Thanks. So upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas to assist, and with a sequence of roll out in light and love. I close the portals in this reading now.